ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له من يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فإن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار من يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد ومن يعص الله ورسوله فإنه لا يضر إلا نفسه أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون صدق الله العظيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. I recited the ayah which is part of the end of the khutbah, and this ayah itself is a summary of so many things in it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us do's and don'ts and do's. Nahiya is being told here that what need not to be, what should be avoided. So Allah says, Inna Allah ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan. Allah is commanding us, Amr, that we should do the justice and do the good. And then with the people close to you. And that close to you is your relatives, your family, your parents, and those that are close to you, all of them. They are all part of this command. Inna Allah ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i dhil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkar. And give to relatives again. The name of the relatives comes again. Wa ita'i dhil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i. And to stay away from the indecencies. And what we have to understand here in this few do's and don'ts, the whole setup of life is there. If you would like to look at the more details in the Quran of this ayah, you can look at the Surah Al-Isra from ayah 23 to ayah 40 or 39. You can see the details of this same ayah. What are the more commands? How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining it further, because the Quranic ayat explain each other. Same as Wal Asr, when we say Surah Al-Asr. Surah Al-Asr is just is giving us the four basic things for the salvation. But then about four basic things, the explanation is in the Quran. That Wal Asr, Inna al-insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Four things. You cannot go to if you want the salvation, these four things you have to do at the same time. But what is the Iman? What is the Amal Salihat? What is the Sabr? All those things are explained in the Quran many times in different places. So that's why this Quran needs to be studied seriously so that you can understand it. Not just to go through the translations of it. The translation is not going to tell us the connection between the ayat. How you will know the connection between the ayat if you're just going through the translation or just doing the recitation of the Quran only. You must understand the Quran, try to see, because it's a guidance in that sense. So when Allah is saying that, do the justice, because remember the hadith is there, which says the 5 people will be under the shade on the day of judgment. When there is no shade available, one of the 5 categories of the people, and one is the Sultan al-Adil, whoever is the person who is the leading or who has the responsibility or who is running the country or the king or the prime minister or anyone, or maybe us, each of us, because we have our own kingdom, a small kingdom. I have my family, they are under my, the domain in that sense that I have to take care of them. So Allah is not saying that sultan is supposed to be a pious person or doing the tahajjud or should be zahid. No, he should be adil. And that's very important, the adil, the justice, because the justice is missing from our life. Because we think that justice is only for the people who are in high places, like, the government people, the people who are running the countries. No, justice at all levels. Because if the justice is not there in our families or in the country, then we will not be able to prosper. There will be no happy or healthy society. So how we treat our children, how we treat our spouse, how I treat my parents, all will come into the justice. Part of it. How if I have employees, I have a company, then how I treat them. This is part of the justice. And it doesn't matter whether you're Muslim or non-Muslim. Justice has not, that the Muslim has a different justice and non-Muslim has a different justice. No. It has to be justice is at all levels. For everyone, it's the same justice. There's no difference in that. So we have to make sure that we are doing the right thing at that point. And then Allah says that you have to give to the qurba. The qurba, the people who are close to you. The relatives are there, they have the right on your wealth, and there are many other ayahs in details. But then, especially, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have to see the hikmah of the wisdom of these ayahs, or the Quran itself, is such here that unless you ponder about it, or think about it, or you do the fikr on it, you will not be able to admire it. If you cannot think, Allah has created the breeze and the sky and the mountain and the weathers and the different seasons, if you are not thinking about it, you will never admire it. You will never be able to understand how glorious is the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. How beautiful these things have been created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for us. Allah says in the Quran, إِنَّ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاخْتِلَافِ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ لَآيَاتٍ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. That this is a sign for all of us. Which is in this, we see it all, every day we see it and enjoy it and feel it. But still we cannot relate to it. What it should do is to encourage us, motivate us to look into the Quran. Because the Quran is the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to look into it, we have to think about it, we have to spend time with it. So when Allah says that ita is al-qurba, that you give it to the close people who are close to you, there is a huge hikmah in it, there is wisdom in it. Because the people who are closer to you are the ones who you get hurt with them. It's not all the time you are in good relationship with your friend, for your relatives, your cousins, your brothers, all those, you are not all the time on good terms. But then Allah says you have to give it to them. So here is the wisdom in it, that you have to give it, even if you don't like, because Allah has said. And that giving will take away all the animosity, it will take away, it will create the love, it will bring the hearts together. The story of Hazrat Abu Bakr, that when, the whole incident is related in the Quran about Hazrat Aisha, about, how they were saying things about Hazrat Aisha, and Hazrat Abu Bakr was the father. And he used to help out financially one of the relatives, and he is the one who is in forefront in blaming or accusing, falsely accusing. Hazrat Aisha radiallahu anha. And he thought of, I'm not going to give him any more, because he's the one who I gave him, help him financially. And here is he's going against my own daughter. And then ayat came in the Quran. It's amazing how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us. And Allah says that I give to you and I provide for them also. So we should be thankful that we are in a position of giving, not taking. Our hands are upper hand, not the lower hand. So it's not that, I will go only to the people I like. No, we have to give to the people who are in need. Not because I like them, because they are in need. And that's why we have to look at around us, sometimes we think, oh, I'm a Pakistani, so I should help out Pakistanis. No. Yeah, of course, we help out Pakistanis, but what about all other people who are suffering, who need? So we have to help everyone with whatever we can. It's not that I have to help only the people whom I relate to. No. But the main thing is, especially the people close to you. Because that's where the problems are more. People who are in other countries and other places, or you're helping out the people you don't know, it's fine. It's great. But the people you know, and they have hurt you, helping them out will be the biggest challenge. It's not easy. And Allah says in Surah Fussilat also, that in the ayah about it, that the push the bad with the good. You have to idfa billati hiya ahsan. You have to push it with the good. And that is, Allah says, is the highest level of a character of a person. Highest level. Where somebody who has done bad to you, or has been or hurt you someday, and you are still helping out the person, is still being nice to that person. Now, unfortunately, we cannot, because we don't look at the Quranic ayat, we don't look at the life of the Prophet Muhammad, we don't understand that this is what will take us. It will help us in getting more credit for the hereafter. So we have to make sure that even if somebody has hurt me, or some way, I still continue to help people as Allah has given me an opportunity to prove that this is the high level of a human character. Now Allah says in the Quran, the whole ayat in Surah Fussilat, 5-6 ayat, they're dealing with the details are there. So we have to look at how our character is, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that away from the decency, which is the wrong thing, the fahsha, the foolish, whatever around us. It's amazing, we have lost the haya. We don't have the haya is going away. Look at our children. How they mingle with the girls, the boys and girls, the families. They are all, the parties are, there is no separation of male and female. And marriages and other programs, even in masajid, people are pushing for this. They want to reinvent Islam, they want to make it better. But we will be the biggest loser. May Allah save us from that. May Allah give us the strength, the iman, to stand up against the evils which we see around us. May Allah give us the iman and the understanding of the people. وَقُلِ قَلِ هَذَا وَاسْتَغْفِرُ لِي وَلَكُمْ وَلِسَائِرِ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Alhamdulillah. So I was talking about this ayah from Surah Nahl. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي. Because this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. Because it just reminds us, it's almost every khutbah you hear from the hadith. But it's a great reminder that this is one command which is giving us the 3 do's and 3 don'ts. And this will set up our life. Of course, in 15-20 minutes, it's not possible to explain these things, but I will encourage all of you to look at this ayah And the details, you want to learn more, look at Surah Isra, ayah 23 to 39. Look at the commands. You want to look further, look at Surah Furqan, look at Surah Al-Mu'minun. All these character building other things are in the Quran for us. May Allah help us. May Allah have mercy on the Muslims. May Allah have mercy. Protect the Muslim around the world. Protect us from the indecencies, from the challenges, and from the diseases which are around us these days. May Allah forgive us. May Allah have mercy on us. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وصل على المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد عباد الله رحمكم الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي